Okay, so today we've got two different strains. We've got wedding pop triangles, which is sativa dominant, so they say. We'll get to that. And we have Isando Tokoloshe Sherbet, or Toko Sherbet, or however you want to say it. Isando TS, anyway. Both 24%. This is supposed to be an indica sativa hybrid. I'd say, if for some weird reason, I'd say, from my experience, this is more of a sativa than an indica. And this, I believe, the genetics, the parents are, I'm pretty sure they come from both, they're both indicas. However, this says sativa dominant. I'm not too sure. The effects of the wedding pop triangles, which is this one right here. This is the wedding pop, aka LA wedding pop. I don't know why they've changed it. I did the triangles, probably because one of the parents is a triangle, I think a triangle mint or something like that. It's got more of a sort of tokoshi structure, like a indica structure to it. It's not as wispy. And like I said, both its parents are indicas. It's quite dense. However, they say it's sativa. I don't know if it's just a mistake or what. Anyway, that put aside, it's actually really quite nice. It smells beautiful when you open that bag. It's just, it's so pungent. It's very citrusy, very overpowering at times. But one problem I do have with it is it's quite harsh. It's quite a rough on the throat and on the lungs, on the inhale. Flavour wise, it's really, it actually does have quite a nice bit of flavour for it being irradiated, because this is the irradiated one. This is beta irradiated, beta E-beam irradiated, and it is, for it being irradiated, it's really tasty. It's got some beautiful gassy, sort of diesely, fuely notes to it. It's got really quite a deep earthiness, with some bright citrus overtones, just like many good sativas out there. So I get, it kind of tastes like a sativa, smells kind of sativa-ish, but it looks and feels like more of an indica. And again, like I said, its parents are indicas, so that doesn't really make too much of sense to me. However, for daytime, they recommend it for daytime use. I am not sure of that. It leaves me with a little bit too much confusion, mental. Like, if I'm trying to get something done, it's not a great thing. Simply for the focus aspect of it, it doesn't leave you heavily sedated, which is great, because it leaves you with enough energy to go about doing things. However, the brain sort of fuzz aspect of it, if you go about the day normally in a little state of confusion, like I mostly do, it's not a great thing to help you with that. It can get a bit spacey and like confused, a little bit anxious sometimes with it. So if I'm going out, I try not to use this one. If I'm staying indoors during the day and trying to just get the housework done or whatever, then it's great, it's fine for that. But trying to socialise or be around people or do anything that requires a lot of mental focus, it's not fantastic. The other one, on the other hand, the Tokoloshe Sherbet is absolutely lovely, absolutely beautiful. The smell is like grape soda and cherries and expensive tobacco. That's what I get. That's the notes I'm getting from it. It looks more like a sativa, even though it's meant to be more of a hybrid. It's very wispy. It's very light and wispy. It's hard to get a good shot on it because it is also kind of dark, which in this room, sorry, I should have had my lights up brighter, but yeah, stinks, absolutely stinks. Beautiful, like candy and grapes, until you break it open, and then you get really sour. That's where the sherbet comes from. It's kind of more of a sour, you know, it goes sour, sweet, sour gummies, fizzing candies, stuff like that. It's exactly what it smells like. The flavour for this is non-irradiated. This is what I forgot to, yeah, this is the non-irradiated one. It's the only non-irradiated medication on Curaleaf, well, with available with Curaleaf at the moment. And for it being non-irradiated, I thought it would be a lot more pungent than it actually is when it comes to the flavour and the lasting sort of smell of the thing. Like I said, it's very strong. When you open up it, it's really sweet, grape and candy. Yeah, but then once you grind it up, that smell doesn't linger for too long. It kind of fades after a little while. Maybe 30 minutes or so, it starts to lose its fragrance, and the flavour is, again, it's more of actually a sort of creamy, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, almost yogurty sort of flavour notes to that. It's kind of weird. It kind of tastes like a peach yogurt or an apricot yogurt. That's what I get from it anyway. But as you can see, it's a lot more. Hey, it's wispier. It's not as dense as the wedding pop. It breaks open really easy, breaks apart really easy. Just it's not as dense. Nowhere near as dense. Effects though are a lot more calming. Yeah, definitely a lot more. Physically and mentally calming. There's a lot less anxiety and paranoia from this one. It, yeah, helps me to chill out quite a lot. So I tend to use this one a bit more during the day if I've got stuff to do. If I need to go out, I'll use the Tokoloshe Sherbet. Now, I know on my previous video I was taking gummies. Those gummies, I couldn't get on with them at all. So I have stopped them. I've finished what I had, and I'm not going to order any more until they get some different ones. Perhaps something more like a fruit pastel, like a bit more sour instead of overpoweringly sweet like those were, and a bit more firm, less squashy. Yeah, and I believe they use sweeteners. I'm not 100%, but I believe they use sweeteners in those gummies that I've got, and I can't tolerate sweeteners very well. I avoid most sodas and juices because they have sweeteners in them, if you're the same, you probably won't get on very well with those gummies. Like I said, I might be wrong. I don't know the formulation of them. I haven't checked through the entire thing. They may just use normal sugar or sucrose, but or glucose. But it kind of tastes like there's a weird chemical sweetener in there. I don't know. I don't know. This sort of brings me on to the reliability of Curaleaf and their service. I'm having certain issues with them. A lot of their things are labelled strangely, right? Like I said, I don't believe wedding pop is sativa dominant. I just don't. There's no reason for it to be. Its genetics are indica. Anyway. Their delivery time, from the moment you pay for your prescription to the moment it's delivered, you're talking sometimes about a week. Like, a week is a long time to wait for medication. Considering you can just go down to 10 Bag Charlie and grab it in the space of 10 minutes usually on the black market. Now, obviously, it's a different setup to the black market. You know, it's a different situation. However, in general, if you order something in the UK, if you order something and pay for it, you generally expect it to be dispatched within 24 to 48 hours maximum, right? Most of the time when I'm ordering this stuff, it doesn't get dispatched for about 72 hours, and then it takes another day or two to get to me. So that can sometimes be up to a week, depending on if it's the weekend or whatever. I really genuinely believe they have to work on this, because I have heard that other clinics and pharmacies in the UK who are doing the same thing are quite a bit quicker turnaround. It's usually 2 to 3 days from payment to delivery, in my knowledge, from what I've read and heard from other people. So Curaleaf need to get that sorted, or that's one of the reasons I may be moving to a different pharmacy. There's many, and I have looked into it and I have registered with a couple more, but whether I pursue those registrations or not will be a different matter. If they don't get this delivery time cut down a little bit, then I'm either going to check out other companies, or I'm probably just going to have to go back to the black market. That's the last thing and the last option I want to do. But if I have to wait a week from the time I'm allowed to order my stuff and pay for it till the time it gets delivered, it's not great at all. It's not great. Anyway, this has been Wedding Pop Triangles and Tokoloshe Sherbet. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, check them out. I'll be doing more as soon as I can get my hands on more of this. I think I can order more in a few days to a week's time, maybe. That again may take a week to get to me, so look out for this. Another review for different strains in a week or two's time. In between then, I may put up some other videos, bits and pieces here and there, so keep an eye out and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of anything else. This channel isn't monetized, and it won't ever be, because I'm quite happy to show you what the product looks like, and I know YouTube doesn't appreciate that at all. For some bizarre reason, it's medication, legal, doesn't make sense, but that's YouTube. So yeah, if you do feel like making a donation to help me grow the channel and provide better quality reviews, then feel free. I have crypto link in my description for Bitcoin. If you have Bitcoin, you can just easily donate through Bitcoin. If you have any other crypto, I can happily take I can give you a link to anything else, basically, any other types of crypto. Look out for some crypto videos maybe in the future if you're interested in that sort of thing. I'll be doing some startup guides for getting into mining crypto on a standard PC. Anyway, that's here nor there. Check out the next video, and I'll catch you soon. Thank you very much.